Thank you for tuning in to this first episode in a series we're going to be providing on flex and rigid flex. As a brief background, I will be your host. I'm Tara Dunn, and I am the president of Omni PCB. We're a manufacturer's rep group that specializes in the printed circuit board industry. As a little bit of background, I've been in the printed circuit board industry for about 20 years. All of that has involved flex and rigid flex, and for the last half of my career have also been working with rigid PCBs, high-end HDI, and advanced manufacturing. So today, to kick us off on flex and rigid flex, we decided to start with a little brief piece of history and then some of the advantages of flex and rigid flex and why you might want to use those in your designs. So doing a little bit of a Google search turned up the fact that the first patents for flex construction were found back in the early 1900s. So much further back than I would have expected to find. There's also evidence of flex being used as early as the 1950s, and then of course more predominantly in the last 30 to 40 years. In fact, in the last 10 years, it's been the most significantly growing portion of the PCB industry. And I think there's a number of reasons for that. One of the primary advantages of a flexible circuit is that it allows you to solve a packaging issue. So for example, flex are able to be bent, folded, twisted, in end use and in packaging. I think this portion of flex design is exciting because it really kind of challenges you to use your imagination in how you might be able to solve a packaging issue. Another huge advantage to flexible circuits is reducing space and weight. So swap, space, weight, and packaging has been a hot topic in the industry for the last several years. Especially when looking at replacing a bulky wire and solder connection, it's been said that flex and rigid flex can reduce that weight and space by 60%. I think one of the more obvious uses of a flex circuit is the fact that it can be dynamically flexing. So it can flex continually in use. Disk drives is a very good example of that. They may flex tens or hundreds of millions of times during their life cycle. And even our laptop hinges, just opening and shutting our laptops, those are going to flex at least 10,000 times in use, probably more. Thermal management is a growing reason to use flexible circuits. So polyimide is able to withstand high heat, and this thin polyimide can dissipate heat much better than some of the thicker, less thermally conductive materials that we're using. So we're seeing an increase in that in high power applications. And I think one reason that is sometimes overlooked for flex, but is still critical in certain applications, is aesthetics. There is an example where a customer was using a handheld cauterizing tool inside a doctor's office, and during use there was a piece of wire that was exposed. People were able to see it. So the product was functioning perfectly, but patient ratings after the procedure were not very high. They decided to switch to just a very simple flex circuit. So the consumer is now seeing just a very thin, sleek piece of polyimide. The product functioned exactly the same, but patient scores increased dramatically. Another reason to use flexible circuits would be biocompatibility. So polyimide is a biocompatible material. We're seeing an increase in use in that in medical applications as well as wearable applications. And then particularly if you use polyimide in connection with a gold conductor rather than a copper conductor, you now have a fully biocompatible product that's able to be used in applications such as neural probes. And then two final pieces I think are related in terms of advantages for flexible circuits, and that is first, reduced assembly cost, and second, increased reliability. So once you start looking at your assembly cost for a wiring cable harness, there's a lot of different pieces that go into compiling that. You have to source all of the different wires and cables and connectors that are needed for that. You have to issue the purchase orders for those. You have to bring those in and receiving inspection. You need to kit that full variety of products. So if you're able to replace that with a flexible circuit, that is just one unit, one line item, can greatly reduce some of your assembly costs. There's also increased reliability from having that one plug-and-play piece. The reliability of that flexible circuit is really going to be determined and repeated based on tooling and the artwork for that flexible circuit. So your operators are able to take that flexible circuit and insert that into the unit, eliminating the need or the potential for human error in that assembly. So just to recap, we're kicking off this series on flex and rigid flex, and just went briefly through some of the primary advantages of flexible circuits. We hope you'll join us for our next episode, where we're going to be talking about the definition of flex and rigid flex and some of the terms specific to flex.